Hey guys, welcome back to Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Today we're taking a look at the Friday, November the 15th update that was rather brief and the leaks that have been circulating in the community about the up and coming Battle Royale. Before we get started, I'd like to welcome all the new viewers and returning visitors. I'd encourage both of you guys now to click on that channel watermark down there in the bottom right hand corner if you're on YouTube to subscribe. Along with those on BitChute, Minds, and Gab, be sure to give me a follow there as well. In the Friday update, the team implemented fixes to prevent stuttering and hitching during cutscenes. If for some reason you're still experiencing these problems, the development team would like to hear from you. Also, the team addressed dev era 6178 issues that some people were experiencing. What isn't mentioned in the notes was the introduction of trials in the game mode, which is a type of training ground for players to earn some rewards as you learn to play the game. You can find a link to the patch notes as well as the information pertaining to the up and coming Battle Royale in the published section just below this video. On Saturday, November the 16th, the community was abuzz over newly leaked information about Battle Royale coming to Modern Warfare. Of course, with any leaked information, you can't always take it at face value, as any of this information can change. If you are new to the channel, you may not know that back in January of 2015, then SOE, Sony Online Entertainment, now Daybreak Gaming Company, released H1Z1 Early Alpha. H1Z1 was an MMO survival game that I covered since launch and all of its particular iterations. One of those iterations was H1Z1 King of the Kill, which is now called H1Z1 Battle Royale. It may be fair to say, and with a great deal of confidence, that Daybreak was the development company that first launched the current popularity of Battle Royale, as we see several BR releases since. I'm not the biggest fan of BR, but it does seem to have its appeal among people in the FPS community. Since this is my first time playing Call of Duty, I've not played Black Ops Battle Royale, but I have played Fortnite and Apex. Those are both pretty cool games, and of course DICE, the creators of Battlefield, launched their Battle Royale version for Battlefield, which was kind of met with a lukewarm reception. I'm not sure what your guys' thoughts are on Battle Royale, but I'm getting the impression that BRs are getting a little oversaturated. But the good news is that most of them are free to play, which has a certain level of appeal. It's been suggested that there may be a paywall of some sort where you're limited to what you can do in this Modern Warfare Battle Royale, and to have full access, you'd have to purchase the Modern Warfare game itself. The map's details consist of various zones. As I understand it, these particular zones are part of previous COD maps, so many of them are going to be familiar to the community. Some of them may have been modified with newer assets to accommodate the gameplay. Speaking of zones and or maps, Infinity Ward also mentioned that they will be introducing several maps from the previous Call of Duty games for Modern Warfare, and the community seems to be pretty excited about that. On the BR map, there are various points of interest, POIs, where you can obtain missions and other rewards as you play. There are two different modes: Battle Royale, which of course pulls directly from, say, something like H1Z1, and Eliminate All Opponents, which is your last person standing format. Additionally, from what we gather, Battle Royale will have a 200 player count and a playlist that allows you to play in solos, duos, and squads of up to 4 players. As with all of your typical BRs, you'll be dropped in via airplane. In this case, a C-130, which is one of my top 5 military aircraft. The C-130 along with the C-17 are just incredible cargo planes. If you get a chance, be sure to look them up on YouTube. The team is boosting players' health to 150. This makes sense considering that in standard gameplay, TTK is nearly instantaneous in some circumstances. So of course Infinity Ward would want to have a bunch of raging players who spend a few seconds in the game mode and never come back. In the last stand aspect of the game, your health is set to 100. Your revive health is 30, and the last stand timer is 60 seconds. There is a friendly fire punishment limit of 2. That reminds me of PlanetSide 2, a Daybreak game that is still up and running, thankfully. Apparently, you can create private matches where you can decide on the C-130 drop or a Black Hawk like we see in the standard game mode. You'll be limited to fist, pistols, MP5, M4A1, and a knife. If you want different weapons, I assume, of course, you'll have to scavenge around the map. The game will also include respawn tokens that have one use. After that use, the tokens are then disabled. To respawn a teammate, you'll need to obtain a respawn token, then drop their body near an ambulance. Once the body is dropped off, the player will enter the Gulag queue for a chance to win a 1v1 that will then allow them to respawn back into the BR map. At some point during the match, that would be your standard Battle Royale, I'm guessing once it gets to the last stand, the Gulag will be inaccessible. There is a host of other details pertaining to the Battle Royale. As mentioned, I'll put a link down in the published section just below this video, and you guys can read all the specifics. Since this is leaked information, just be aware that any of this can change. The launch of Modern Warfare Battle Royale will be coming in either January or February of 2020. And that's going to wrap it up for this look at the latest updates and news out of Modern Warfare. At this time, be sure you click on that channel icon appearing right there on the screen to subscribe, along with notifications, and take a moment to click that like button. Feel free to browse the channel, as well as once you are subscribed, you guys will be getting all the latest updates and information from Modern Warfare.